Okay, so Google sucks ever since their AI crap came out because it's more wrong than it's right. You Google it, it says, yeah, black iron oxide powder can rust, turns into a nice dark hue. Check it over and over again. Nope. You keep digging further and further. Yeah, that's what they use for anti-rusting compounds in paint. Anti-rusting. So, anyways, I just scuffed this all down and kind of starting over. Yay. It kind of working out because it's giving it a nice, real worn, darkish look to it, which actually kind of suits the truck more. So now I gotta get real iron powder that will rust, like the first stuff I used, not the second stuff I bought. So I'm gonna try making it instead of buying it, because this is red iron oxide powder that's been sitting in acids for about 4.5 to 5 hours, and yeah, it's still black, completely black. So I'm gonna make my own red iron powder instead. Stay tuned. Alright, now I'm torn. I just used some steel wool and kind of scrubbed most of the black iron powder off, and now it's rusting. I don't know if that's the original iron powder underneath, or is it that I managed to take the black coating off of the black iron oxide, so that allowed it to rust. Either way, I think actually the color's coming out quite nice. It just needs some time, because obviously it's still way too bright colored, too fresh with the orange, and yeah. Now the question is, do I spray the orange paint now, and just let this bleed through? Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Well, with the orange on, I think it's looking pretty dope. But the rest still has to bleed more. It definitely has to darken more before I can do any sort of clear coat. But because this is on old fiberglass, I definitely am going to clear coat it, just to kind of lock it in better. The canopy I did a few years ago, the paint is definitely coming off, but I'll be honest, I didn't really clean or prep the canopy very much. I just kind of hosed it off and started spraying. Yeah, so let's try something. Yeah, I think that's matching pretty good. You can definitely see like the difference in color there, so it definitely has to darken. This is coming along, but overall I think I did a pretty good job on the patina match. Yeah. So because I'm keeping the roof lights, and as you can see they all lay flat, but this has the air vent on the top. The center, well, you can see I notched it, so 4 of the 5 will lay flat. The 5th one will sit an inch higher on top there, which means I'm gonna have to make some sort of spacer to go between there. It is gonna have to be teardrop shaped. Well, it doesn't have to be, but it should be, just to help promote airflow through there. Maybe I can see if I can make it whistle. That'd be annoying. Oh well. Overall, I think it's gonna look badass. Don't mind the traffic noise. Alright, well, the visor is done. It's still a little bit tacky, so I'm not gonna put it on today, but I mean, ideally I didn't want to have to do a clear coat, but because it's fiberglass, yeah, and with all the acids I had to use for making it patina here, the clear coat just locks it in, helps it stay on a little better so it doesn't flake off. I did not clear my canopy when I did this, and that paint is already coming off, flaking off there, so Doing a little different this time. Hopefully this lasts a little better. Yeah. So, because I've got the upper cab lights, I just did a little hack job. Notched a couple there. Center one, obviously, because this has a lift, because that's, you know, air vent escape, so don't want to fill the whole thing. But I got this chunk of plastic here that I will cut to match one of the lights. So the center light will actually sit on top, and then this is like a perfect spacer to fit in between there. And that way it's not doing this or nothing. Everything maintains the seal. I'll have to make a couple seals, of course, because I'll have to have a gasket top and bottom of this. Because going up there, obviously, will stay with the light. I think it's gonna look pretty sick. Okay, there she go. There's the visor. So yeah, the center light is a little bit higher, but that's okay with me. From the back, kind of looks like it's throwing up the middle finger. So now I really like that. I'm pretty happy with it.